Hello everyone, this is our sixth video under the topic revision section called linear graphs. Under this section, we are going to study about finding gradient, equation of the straight line, finding the midpoint, parallel and perpendicular lines, finding the length of a straight line, finally ratio and coordinates. Let's see the first section, finding the gradient. So if you have two coordinates given, you can find the gradient of any line by difference of y divided by difference of x. So if you name the first coordinate x1, y1 and the second coordinate is x2, y2, the difference of y coordinate is y2 minus y1 divided by difference of x coordinate x2 minus x1. So you need to remember this equation: gradient equals difference of y divided by difference of x. Gradient is a slope of a line. So let's look at the example 1. A is 412, B is 28. Find the gradient of the line AB. So if you use the equation gradient equal y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, 12 minus 8 divided by 4 minus 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. So the gradient is 2. The second thing you need to know about equation of the straight line. Equation of the straight line is y equal mx plus c. M is the gradient, slope of the line, and the c is the y-intercept. Have a look at the example 2. A is 412, B is 28. Find the equation of the line AB. So first of all, we need to find the gradient of the line, which can be find out by the difference of the y divided by difference of x, which is 12 minus 8 divided by 4 minus 2, which is 2. So the gradient is 2, so the equation is going to be y equal 2x plus the intercept we don't know, so we put it as c. Then substitute one of this point, either 412 or 28. Any point you can substitute, you get the same answer. So I'm putting the first point 412, x equal 4, the first one is the x coordinate, second one is the y coordinate, onto the equation. 12 equal 8 plus c, then c equal 4. So once you find out the c equal 4, y equal 2x plus 4 is the final equation of the line. If you consider the coordinate geometry here, so the y-intercept is the point where the line cuts the y-axis at 4. The next thing we need to know, finding the midpoint. Let's say the point A coordinate is x1, y1. The point B, the coordinate is x2, y2. To find out the midpoint, we need to add the x coordinate and divide by 2, and then add the y coordinates together, then divide by 2. Just have a look of the example 3. So coordinate A is 4, minus 3, B is 2, 9. Find the midpoint of AB. Midpoint, x coordinate is the first one, so 4 plus 2 is 6 divided by 2 is 3, minus 3 plus 9 is 6, again 6 divided by 2 is 3. The next theory you need to know about parallel and perpendicular lines. Parallel lines have same gradient. The gradients of the perpendicular lines are negative reciprocals of each other. For an example, if you look at this diagram, y equal 2x plus 3 and y equal 2x plus 5 are parallel lines because the gradient equal 2. So both gradients are equal, therefore both lines are parallel. If you look at this purple line, the gradient is minus half. How we can find out the minus half is, if you say gradient is 2, so the reciprocal means you need to put upside down like a flip m equal. So 2 over 1, if you flip other way around, so it's 1 upon 2 and give a negative. So negative half is the gradient of the perpendicular line. The intercept can be anything, but the gradient has to be negative reciprocal. Have a look of the question here. Example 4. Find the equation of the line which is parallel to y equal 3x plus 1 and passes through the point 5, 6. The condition is parallel to this y equal 3x plus 1 line. So y equal 3x plus 1, the gradient is 3. Parallel lines have the same gradient. So therefore, the equation has to be y equal 3x. But the intercept can be different. So intercept C, we can find out by substitute the point 5, 6. So sub the 5, 6. 6 is the y coordinate. 3 times 5 is 15. Take away from 6 is minus 9. So the equation of the line is y equal 3x minus 9. The next thing is finding the length of a straight line. If you have two coordinates, x1, y1 is one of the point A. The next coordinate is x2, y2, that is the coordinate of the B. If they ask for the length of the AB, you can use the Pythagoras theorem. So if you know the distance of AC is the difference between the x2 minus x1, difference between y2 minus y1 is the length of the BC. So if you apply the Pythagoras theorem, AB squared equal AC squared plus BC squared. So AC squared is x2 minus x1 whole thing squared plus y2 minus y1 whole thing squared. If you take a square root, you will find the length of the AB. Let's look at the example 5. A equal 4, minus 3, B equal 2, 9. Find the length of AB. So AB equal square root of 4 minus 2 whole thing squared plus minus 3 minus 9 whole thing squared. So if you do the maths, 4 minus 2 is 2 squared, minus 3 minus 9 is minus 12 squared. So altogether is 148 square root. So that will come up to 2 square root of 37. The next section is ratio and coordinates. Let's look at this question. Example 6. Point A has coordinates minus 3, 5 and the point B has coordinates 18, 33. Point C lies on the line segment AB so that AC is to CB is 4:3. Find the coordinates of C. So 4:3 is the ratio and we need to find the coordinates of the C. So we will study this one in a different topic. It's called similar triangles. We are going to use the ratio theorem for this one. So altogether 4 plus 3 is 7 parts. Out of 7 parts is 4 parts is 4/7 is the coordinate of the C. So we need to find out the horizontal length. If I say this is let's say M and this is N. So the length of the AM is 4/7 of the length of the AN. So how to find out the AN is, so 18 is the x coordinate, plus 3 is the minus 3 this side, mean you need to add the plus 3 with 18 is 21. So here is the working for that one. So 21 is the full x length. So 4/7 of the 21 is 12. So the 12 is from A to M is the 12. So if you take away the 3, so this length is going to be 9. So from the origin means 0, 0. So from the origin, the x coordinate is 9. For the y coordinate of the C, first of all, this is 33. Take away the 5, which is the length is 28 is this length, BN. So y length 4/7 again times 28. So y is the 4/7? 4/7 is the total parts. So 4/7 of 28, which gives 16. So 16 is from A. So from the from the origin point, you need to add the 5 plus 16. So 16 plus 5 is 21. So from the origin, the y coordinate is 21, and from the origin, the x coordinate is 9. So the coordinate of the C is 9, 21. Let's look at some exam style questions. If you prefer to download the tutorial, you can download the tutorial from our website at www.smarttutor.co.uk/worksheet.php. Question number 1. C is the curve with the equation y equal x squared minus 4x plus 4. It's a quadratic graph. L is the straight line with equation y equal 2x minus 4. So the blue color curve is the quadratic graph. So let me write that one. So y equal x squared minus 4x plus 4 is the quadratic graph, and y equal 2x minus 4 is the straight line. L intersects the C, that means the straight line intersects the quadratic graph at 2 points. So we can clearly see in the graph A and B are the points of intersection. So calculate the exact length of AB. So first of all, in order to find out the length of AB, we need to find out the coordinates of the AB. So we need to solve the both equation and find out the coordinates of the A and B. So let's equate both equations. So the first equation is y equal x squared minus 4x plus 4, and the second equation is y equal 2x minus 4. So equate the y. So x squared minus 4x plus 4 equal 2x minus 4. So bring everything to one side. So x squared minus 6x plus 8 equal 0. So if you can factorize, two numbers need to be multiplied to get 8 and add them up to get minus 6. So the factors are minus 2 and minus 4. So the x minus 2 and x minus 4 are the factors of this equation. So x can be 2, x can be 4. So the two answers possible because two coordinates. So x equal 4. Now we need to find out the y coordinate. Y equal 2x minus 4. If I sub x equal 2, so y equal 4 minus 4, y equal 0. And if I substitute x equal 4, so 4 times 2 is 8 minus 4 is 4. So the two coordinates are x equal 2, y equal 0, and the next coordinate x equal 4 and y equal 4. So this A is 2 comma 0 and the B is 4 comma 4. So to find out the length of the AB, we have an equation AB equal square root of difference of x coordinate 4 minus 2 or 2 minus 4. So 4 minus 2 whole thing squared plus 4 minus 0 whole thing squared. So if we can do this maths, so 4 minus 2 is 2, 2 squared is 4, 4 minus 0 is 4, 4 squared is 16, 16 plus 4 is 20, so square root of 20 is 2 root 5. That is our final answer for the question. Question number 2. The graph gives information about the cost of taxi journeys of different distances. The cost of taxi journey consists of a fixed initial charge and a charge per kilometer. Give an interpretation of the intercept of the graph of the y-axis. So intercept means where the graph cuts the at y-axis. So we can clearly say that intercept is nearly 2.4. $2.4 is the intercept. But what is the interpretation? They are not asking you to find the intercept. What is the explanation of the intercept? This taxi journey consists of two components of charges. One is fixed initial charge and other one is charge per kilometer. So when the distance is zero, the charge is $2.40. So what is that meaning is, as soon as you get into the taxi, the driver press the button that gives the initial fixed charge, right? And no matter you are not traveling with him, as soon as you get in, the initial charge will apply. So that is the interpretation of the intercept. So what is the answer for that one is fixed initial charge. Fixed initial charge is the explanation or interpretation for the interpretation of the intercept. Second part, given interpretation of the gradient of the graph. So the gradient gives charge per kilometer. So gradient gives charge per kilometer. They are not asking us to find the gradient. They are asking what is the gradient means, charge per kilometer. If they ask us to find the gradient, then we need to draw a right angle triangle and find the y distance divided by x distance. But that is not the question. Question number 3. On the grid, draw the graph of x plus y equal 4 for the values of x from -2 to 5. So x plus y equal 4 is the graph. So I'm making y as a subject, y equal minus x plus 4. So we need to draw this graph. The x values are given -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So these are the values they ask you to use, and we need to find out the y values. So when I plug -2 into the equation, so I can show one example. So minus times -2 plus 4. So the answer is minus times minus is plus, 2 plus 4. So 2 plus 4 is 6. And when I put -1 times minus is +1, plus 4 is 5. Then this is 4. 1 minus 1 plus 4 is 3, and 2 and 1 and 0, and finally -1. So if I can plot these points into the graph, -2, 6, -2, 6, that's the first point, -1, 5, 0, 4, 1, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 4, 0, 5, -1. So let me draw the graphs. That's the question. So that's the first point, and through all the points. So if we neatly draw that one, that's the straight line graph. Question number 4. The line n is drawn below. Find an equation of the line perpendicular to the line n that passes through the point 0, 1. So first of all, perpendicular lines gradients are negative reciprocal. First of all, the gradient of the line n, so gradient of the line n. So how can we find the gradient? I'm going to find out the gradient by constructing a right angle triangle, or you can do a 2-point system. So here the y distance is 3 units and x distance is only 1 unit. So the gradient of the line n is y distance divided by x distance. So 3 divided by 1 is 3. So it's another method you can use. The coordinate of this point is 2, 4. and the coordinate of this one is, you can choose any coordinates, 1 comma 1. So if I have 1 comma 1 point and 2 comma 4 point, and this is going to be x, this is going to be y, and this is going to be x, and this is going to be y. So the gradient can be difference of y, so 4 minus 1 divided by 2 minus 1. So 4 minus 1 is 3, 2 minus 1 is 1, so 3 divided by 1 is 3. So the gradient of the line n is 3. So the perpendicular line, so perpendicular lines gradient is negative reciprocal. So negative reciprocal means you need to flip. So 3 over 1, if you flip 1 over 3. So what is the straight lines equation? Y equal minus 1/3 x plus the intercept we don't know. But that line is passing through 0, 1. So 0, 1 means that is x and the 1 is y. So if you plug 1 into the equation, so 1 equal minus 1/3 times 0, which is 0, plus c. So we found the c equal 1. So finally, the equation of the perpendicular line to n is y equal minus 1/3 x plus 1. Question number 5. The points A, B and C lie in order on a straight line. So there's a straight line is given. So A, B, C are going to be on the straight line. So A is somewhere here, and B is somewhere here, and C is somewhere here. And the coordinate of A is 2, 5, and the coordinate of B is 4, P, and the coordinate of C is Q, 17. So now they have given a ratio AC equal 4AB, which means AC divided by AB equal 4:1. So AC is the full length is 4, AB is 1. So basically, if this is 1, AC is 4. So that is 1:4 ratio, right? So now I'm going to use a different color for this XY axis. So I'm going to use the Y axis vertically and X axis horizontally here. So how this is going to be happen? So now I'm going to draw a triangle, similar triangle, to make the ratio theorem works. Right, so let's start this one. X coordinate is 2, so this is 2, and here X coordinate is 4, so that means here to here is 4. So 4 take away 2, this side length is 2. So the ratio is 1:4, means this one is 2, means this has to be 8. So 2 times 4 is 8. So if this distance is 8, the coordinate of the C, the Q, is whatever the coordinate of here A is 2 plus 8, which is 10. So the Q is 10. Now the height of this is 5 and this is 17. 17 take away 5 is, this is 12. Now the ratio we already found 1:4. So that means the bigger length is 12. Then if you want the shorter length, so 12 divided by 4, this is 3. So if this is 3 and the vertical distance is 5, and 5 plus 3 is the P. So P is going to be 5 plus 3. So how I find the 3 is 12 divided by 4, because in the ratio this is 12, divide by 4 gives 3. That 3 need to be added with 5. 3 plus 5 is the 8 is the B coordinates, Y coordinate. So P equal 5 plus 3 is 8. Question number 6. Here are the equations of 5 straight lines A, B, C, D and E. So all the equations are given. One of the lines goes through the point 0, 3. So write down the letter of this line. So how can we find out the line which is passing through 0, 3? So this 0 is the x coordinate and 3 is the y coordinate. So if you substitute in the first equation, so y equal 3x plus 4. So y is 3 and x coordinate is 0. 0 times 3 is 0. 0 plus 4 is 4. So 4 equal 3, which is mathematically not true. So the line is not going to be passing through 0, 3. Likewise, if you substitute one by one of the line is going to be satisfy this condition. So I'm going to quickly find out what is that line. So 3 is the y. 3. Okay, let's take this y equal 2x plus 3 and y coordinate is 3, x coordinate is 0 plus 3 and 3 equals to 3. So mathematically that is right. So that is the equation going through the 0, 3. So let us see. So rest of them are wrong. So this is the only one line passing through 0, 3. Next question. Two of the lines are parallel. Write down the letters of these two lines. Parallel means the gradient has to be same. So by looking at that, you can see the gradient of A is 3, gradient of B is 2, gradient of C is 2, and gradient of D is 5, and gradient of E is 3y. So you need to divide by 3, so 1 upon 3. So which two numbers are equal? The 2 and 2. So B and C are parallel lines. Question number 7. A is the point with the coordinates 1, 3. B is the point with coordinate 4, -1. The straight line L is going through A and B. Is the line with the equation 2y equal 3x minus 4 perpendicular to the line L? So that's the question. We need to say yes or no and justify the answer by showing the working. So first of all, the equation 2y equal 3x minus 4. If you divide everything by 2, so y equal 3 by 2x minus 2. The coefficient of the x is 3 over 2. That is the gradient of this line. So gradient of this line is 3 over 2. Now I'm going to find out 1, 3, 4, -1. 2 points is given, which is A and B. So gradient of AB. So gradient of AB, which is difference of y, which is 3 minus -1 and 1 minus 4. So 3 minus -1 is 4 minus 3. So minus time minus becomes plus. So 3 plus 1 is 4. 1 minus 4 is minus 3. So the answer minus 4 over 3. So this gradient is minus 4 over 3. The gradient of the line is 3 over 2. Now the question is, they are asking this line is perpendicular to line L. So perpendicular to line L, so you can say gradient. So gradient of the perpendicular line should be negative reciprocal. So 3 over 4. It has to be 3 over 4. So but 3 over 4 not equal to 3 over 2. So 3 over 4 not equal to 3 over 2. Therefore, you can put 3 dots and say no, the line 2y equal 3x minus 4 is not perpendicular to line L. So that is our final answer. Question number 8. Find the gradient of the straight line drawn on this grid. So in order to find out the gradient, you can choose any 2 points. So I'm choosing this point, which is 2, 6, and this point is 0, 3. So gradient equal difference of y 6 minus 3 divided by 2 minus 0. So 6 minus 3 is 3 over 2 minus 0 is 2. So gradient is 3 over 2. There's a different method you can do. So you can construct a small right angle triangle, so which is 3 unit vertical. So this is 3 unit and 2 unit horizontal. So 3 over 2. Y distance divided by x distance is the gradient. So the answer is 3 over 2. Question number 9. The diagram shows a straight line L1 drawn on a grid. A straight line L2 is parallel to the straight line L1, and pass through the point 0, minus 5. Find the equation of the straight line L2. So first of all, we need to find out the L1's gradient. So we can construct the right angle triangle. I'm going to do a right angle triangle by drawing 2 vertical and horizontal lines. So the vertical distance is 3 and the horizontal distance is 6. So the gradient of L1, so gradient equal y distance, which is 3, divided by x distance, 3 over 6 is half. So gradient we found half. The L2 line is parallel to the L1 line. So parallel lines have the same gradient. So y equal half x is going to be the parallel line L2, plus we don't know the intercept. So I mark it as a C. But it going through 0, minus 5. 0 is going to be the x coordinate, minus 5 is going to be the y coordinate. So substitute that one. So y equal minus 5. Half times 0 is 0 plus c. So you will end up with c equal minus 5. So the equation of the line is y equal half x minus 5. So another method you can do, 0, minus 5 mean that is the intercept. Minus 5 is the intercept. So minus 5 at the end. Half x we found out from the line L1. So that is our final answer. Question number 10. In the diagram, ABC is the line with the equation y equal minus half x plus 5. AB equal BC. So AB equal BC. So this is length equal to BC length. So B is the midpoint. So D is the coordinate is given minus 13, 0. Find the equation of the line through A, D. So if you want to find out the equation of AD, I need another coordinate. A coordinate we need to find. So how can we find the coordinate of A? So first of all, B coordinate is from the line is minus half x plus 5. So the intercept is 5. So 0, 5 is the coordinate of the B. So I'm taking that equation. So y equal minus half x plus 5. That line is intersecting the x-axis where the c coordinate has to be, y coordinate has to be 0, because in the x-axis all the y coordinate has to be 0. So I'm going to put 0 equal minus half x plus 5. So half x, I'm going to bring the minus half x this side. So half x equal 5. So x is going to be 10. So C's x coordinate is 10. So Now we are going to find the coordinate of the A. So B is the midpoint. What would be the A coordinate? So the midpoint's coordinate is 0. So 10 plus something divided by 2 is 0. So the A's coordinate has to be minus 10. So then only minus 10 plus 10 is 0. 0 divided by 2 is 0. The next one, Y coordinate. So 0. So you can imagine 0 is the Y coordinate of C plus whatever the coordinate we don't know, divide by 2 equal to 5. So if you cross multiply, 0 plus that box is box equal 10. So that has to be 10. So now we can check the answer. 10 plus 0, because we have learned the theory to find out the midpoint, you add the x1 and x2. So x1 plus x2 divide by 2 is the midpoint's x coordinate. Same as if this is y2 and if this is y1, so y1 plus y2 divide by 2. So the same technique we use here. 0 plus 10 is 10. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Minus 10 plus 10 is 0. 0 divided by 2 is 0. So A's coordinate is minus 10 and 10. So now we can find out the gradient of AD. So gradient of AD, difference of minus 13 comma 0 is one of the coordinate, minus 10 is another coordinate. So this is x, this is y, this is x, this is y. So difference of y, so 10 minus 0 divided by minus 10 take away minus 13. So 10 take away 0 is 10. So minus times minus is plus. So 13 take away 10 is 3. So 10 over 3 is the gradient of that line. So y equal 10 upon 3 x plus c. So if you substitute one of the coordinate, y equals 0 and 10 upon 3 times minus 13 plus c. So we will end up with c equal 130 over 3. So the equation of the straight line is y equal 10 upon 3 x plus 130 over 3. So if I multiply everything by 3, so 3y equal 10x plus 130. That is our final answer. Question number 11. The points A 6, 1 and B minus 2, 5 are on the line with equation y equal minus half x plus 4. M is the midpoint of the AB. Find an equation of the line through M that is perpendicular to y equal minus half x plus 4. So first of all, we need to understand the diagram. So the A is a point here with 6, 1. B is a point here with coordinate minus 2, 5. And I'm going to connect the A and B. And we need to find the midpoint of the AB. And we need to find the perpendicular lines equation. That is the question. Right, let's start with the midpoint. So the midpoint, we already studied how to find the midpoint is the adding the x coordinate 6 plus minus 2, which is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Comma 1, 5 is 1 add 5 is 6 divided by 2 is 3. So 2, 3 is the m's coordinate. So are they asking for the m's coordinate? No, they're not asking for the m's coordinate. So we need the m coordinate to find out the equation of the perpendicular line. So first of all, the gradient of the AB is the second step. So gradient of AB. So difference of y, so this is x1, y1, x2, y2. So difference of y, so 5 minus 1, and next one is minus 2 minus 6. 5 minus 1 is 4, minus 2 minus 6 is minus 8. So this is going to be minus half. So the gradient of AB is m is minus half. We already studied perpendicular lines have a negative reciprocal. If this is minus half, the perpendicular line is negative, so the negative is not going to be there. Reciprocal means flip 1 upon 2, flip 2 upon 1. So the m is going to be 2. So the perpendicular line's gradient is 2. So y equal 2x plus c. The line is passing through the midpoint 2, 3. So 2, 3 means this is going to be x and this is going to be y. So y equal 3. So 3 equal 2 times 2 plus c. So 2 times 2 is 4. Take away from 3 is minus 1. So c equal minus 1. So the answer for the equation is y equal 2x minus 1. Question number 12. A has a coordinate of minus 3, 0, B has a coordinate 1, 6, C has a coordinate of 5, 2. Find an equation of the line passing through the C and it's perpendicular to AB. So same concept. So the gradient of AB is the first step. So gradient of AB, because we need to find out the equation perpendicular to AB. So before we go to the perpendicular, we need to find out the gradient of AB first. So gradient of AB means this is the AB. Difference of y coordinate. 6 take away 0 is 6 and 1 take away minus 3. So 6 take away 0 is 6. 1 take away 3 is 1. Take away 3 is plus 4. So this is going to be 3 upon 2 is a simplified version. So perpendicular gradient is going to be negative reciprocal. So negative 2 upon 3. So perpendicular gradient is minus 2 upon 3. And now the equation we are going to write. So y equal minus 2 upon 3x plus c. We need to find out the intercept of c. But the line is passing through the coordinate c. Coordinate c is 5, 2. So x and y. So y is 2 equal minus 2 upon 3 times 5 plus c. So a little bit of fraction calculation equal minus 10 upon 3 plus c. So bring the minus 10 upon 3 to the other side. So c equal 2 plus 10 upon 3. So if I make the denominator same, so 3. So 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 16 over 3. So the final answer is y equal minus 2 upon 3x plus 16 upon 3. So they are asking the equation in different formats. So I'm going to be times everything by 3. So 3y equal minus 2x plus 16, which can be written as minus 2x comes to the other side. So 2x plus 3y equals 16. So that is the format of the equation. Now A, B, C. So A is 2 and B is 3 and C is 16. Question number 13. In the diagram, A, B, C coordinates are given. Find an equation of the line passed through C and is perpendicular to AB. So the line is perpendicular to AB. So the A coordinate is given minus 2, 0. B coordinate is given 0, 4. So first of all, find the gradient of AB. So gradient of AB, which is difference of y. So 4 minus 0 and 0 minus minus 2. So the answer is 4 over minus 10 minus plus is 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So gradient of AB is 2. So the perpendicular line's gradient is negative reciprocal. So how we are going to do is 2 means 2 upon 1. So if you flip 1 upon 2 and you need to put the negative. So that is the gradient of the line perpendicular to AB. So if I put that as a equation of the line format, y equal mx. M is a gradient, so minus half x plus c. To find out the c, the line is passing through 5 comma minus 1. So 5 comma minus 1 means 5 is the x and minus 1 is the y. So minus 1 equal minus half times 5 plus c. So we can find the c, minus 1 minus 5 by 2 going other side, so plus 5 by 2. So if I use the fraction, so minus 2 plus 5 over 2. So 5 minus 2 is 3 over 2. So the equation is y equal minus half x plus 3 over 2. So if I multiply both sides by 2, so 2y equal minus x plus 3. So if I bring it to other side, so x plus 2y equal 3. So that is the equation of the straight line. You can leave it like this or this or this. There's no condition given. So find an equation of the line passing through C perpendicular to AB is one of this format. Question number 14. Coordinate of A and B is given. A and B are the points on the circumference of the circle. AB is the diameter. Find the coordinates of the center of the circle. So here they're talking about a circle. So let me draw a circle. So that is the circle, and the diameter is the line passing through the center point is the diameter. So let's put the center point as a O. A and B are the ends of the diameter. So A is minus 4 minus 1 and B is 8 comma minus 3. So the center point is going to be the middle point of the AB. So we need to add the x coordinate and divide by 2. So minus 4 plus 8 is 4. 4 divide by, so minus 4 plus 8 divide by 2. So 4 divide by 2 is 2. And next one, minus 1 plus minus 3, which is minus 4. So minus 4 divided by 2 is minus 2. So coordinate of the center point is x coordinate first and the y coordinate 2 comma minus 2. Question number 15. P, Q and R lie on a straight line with the equation y minus 3x equal 6 as shown on the diagram. PQ is to QR. So PQ is to QR. So this is 1 share to 2. QR is 2. So PQ is to QR is 1 is to 2. Find the coordinates of the R. So first of all, the equation of the line y minus 3x equal 6. I make it as a y equal mx plus c format. Y equal 3x plus 6. The plus 6 is the intercept. So the plus 6 is the intercept where it cuts the y-axis. So Q's coordinate straight away we can say 0, 6. In order to find the P coordinate, what we are going to do is I'm going to put y equals 0 in this equation. If I substitute y equals 0, because in x-axis all the y coordinates are 0. So to find the P coordinate, substitute y equals 0. So 0 equal 3x plus 6. So x equal minus 6 over 3, so minus 2. So x equal minus 2, so minus 2 comma 0. So basically this is a 2 units. So we have come across this ratio question before, so I'm going to draw the similar triangle, that triangle question. So this is 2 units, so 1 is to 2. So 1 is to, all together here to here is 1 is to 3. So here 2 means 2 times 3 is, this is 6 altogether. So if this is 6, 6 take away 2, here to here is 4. So immediately we know the coordinate of the r is 4. Now we need to find out the y. So this is 6, height is 6. Now 1 is to 3, so 3 times 6 is 18 is the y coordinate. So coordinate of the r is going to be 4, 18. That is the end of the video. I hope you like the video. If you do like the video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel to see all the upcoming videos. If you would like to download the tutorial discussed in this video, you can download it from our website www.smart-tutors.co.uk/worksheet.php. Thank you.